Hello everybody, it's Dr. Rick dropping in on you Saturday morning, overcast, on my way to get my morning workout in, and I decided to just stop in and have a real quick sort of conversation to hopefully drive some thought. One of the things that drives me in my work as a performance psychologist and life strategist is how many people are unhappy with where they're at, but doing nothing about it. It is, on the surface, absolutely baffling. You will see someone and you can ask them, well, what is it that you want? And then you follow with a question at some point in the conversation, well, why do you think you don't have it? And for the most part, most don't know. Some do know. Some will tell you I'm a procrastinator. I'm too familiar and married to comfort. And they'll tell you others don't have a clue, but regardless to whether you don't know why or you know why and simply aren't taking action, the inactivity, the inaction that is present in your life is the reason you don't have the things you should have, that you were designed to have, that you have the capacity to bring forth. And here's the thing. I need you to be honest with yourself. Not the general answer you would give to someone who walks up and say, well, hey, how are things going for you? Man, things going good, whatever. Not that answer. Not the I'm good answer. Not the socially appropriate answer that people think they need. That answer that when you're into yourself and your thoughts are going, that answer to the questions that are flowing through your mind of why haven't I gotten further than I have? Why is it that I am still doing this, doing that? Why am I still earning this and earning that? Why haven't I progressed in my relationships or whatever that business, personal, romantic, whatever? All of these different things are at your control. I'm not saying you control every circumstance, but you control how you respond. You control how you respond to the resistance in life, because that's the outcome. Your response to the resistance in your life is the outcome. When you sit up and you fall back from the resistance because it's uncomfortable, there's no gain in that. And I'm thinking, because I'm going to the gym and this is a heavy lift day, legs. And I understand, even at my age, that if I back off of the resistance because it's uncomfortable, because it burns, because there's this discomfort, then what happens is I get minimal results. I don't get the gains I'm looking for. I don't get the strength I'm looking for. I don't sustain and maintain bone density, which is really important, especially for you ladies that are starting to age. And I don't mean age in a bad way. Everybody's aging. The baby that was just born this morning is aging. That's the biological process. What I'm saying is, the older you get, there are certain things that happen with women. Bone density is an issue. And so what you need to do is make sure you're doing, one of the ways to build and sustain bone density is to do weight resistance or resistance training, enough to be challenging to you, and that will help. And obviously you probably need to talk to your nutritionist and a bunch of other things about different ways to sustain bone density. And you need to do this as early in life. You know, definitely you should start thinking about this in your 30s, and you should be heavily engaged in it in your 40s. So that's that. Just a little side thing. Anyway, I want to leave you with this. Nothing is going to happen with any consistency until you make a decision to be committed to consistently going in and doing the things you need to do. read the books, take the courses, go to the gym, train, manage your diet, learn how, if you don't know how to manage your money, and most people aren't financially literate enough to create the financial realities that they're searching for, but the information is there, whether it's in a course, whether it's in hiring somebody that you trust to do it. Be very careful with that, but there are some good people out there that do it. I'm more on the line of teach yourself or have somebody teach you. Take a course. We actually offer courses, but take a course somewhere and develop a perspicacity of the financial world and how it moves and what money is really meant for and the difference between money and currency and all those things you need to know, the difference between a liability and an asset, all those things you need to know, and then you start to make better decisions. You have to be committed to doing it consistently. It has to be a part of your literal thought process. It has to be ingrained in your psyche. So I'm going to leave you with that. Look, it's easy to sit up and make excuses. You know, I don't have it because of this. If this would have happened and if that would have happened and I this did this and then this happened, and there's always something. Let me tell you something. One of the things I'm reminded of every day in my prayer, meditation, and journaling, which I do first thing in the morning, is no 0 days, no excuses. No 0 days means there will never be a day that I don't do something to advance myself. No excuses mean I don't care what happens. It's been a real crazy trip for me over the last, 2 years, let's just say 2 years. Definitely over the last year and definitely recently, you know, everything that's going on with the loss of my mom. But I tell you what, no 0 days. No 0 days. And it's ingrained in me. It's just literally sit where something is, I'm going to engage something to advance myself, to grow myself, to move the plan forward, to become a better person in some way. And you have to have that same thing. Stop sitting up, looking at your circumstances, blaming your circumstances, and start taking action. A lot of people ask me, you know, different things about me, and some people have followed me long enough to know my story. For those of you who are new and don't know my story, click the link tree link inside of the description box or wherever you're watching, the comment box, wherever you're watching this. Click that. You'll find on my link tree, one of the links is a link to my bio. Gives you a detailed insight from my childhood on up. You'll find stories. You'll find some of the things I do in my different companies outside of what I do at the Visionetics Institute. And you'll get to know a little bit about me. You also get to see some of the things we have going on, some of the events we have coming up, and so much more. But whatever you do, life is not happening to you. It is responding to you. You have to give it something to work with. All right, on that note, I'm out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing.